Ladies and gentlemen, the livest power audience, you guys are back on a Tuesday, and I've got a fresh new panel of opinions and thoughts. But we kick this whole thing off with the homie, Moochie. Put them hammers up for the homegirl, Moochie.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Queens is in the building. Yeah.
Jamaica Queens or just Queens?
Queens.
Okay.
Queens. You could say Jamaica Queens because I'm somewhat around there. I'm in Rosedale, though.
I got somebody that's going to be coming through from Jamaica Queens that is in Hollywood, and I can't tell you who she is just yet. But
All right.
she's coming through, and I'm gonna let you in on that interview too, Moochie.
Get out.
Yeah, man. You know how
All
we
right,
get down.
I'm here for it.
All right. Well, let's shout out the people because they giving you them hammers, Moochie. They putting the hammers up.
Thank you for the hammers, y'all.
Cynthia's in the building. Support Gaming is in the building. Jacqueline Pickett is in the building. How you doing, my friend? Miss Talkbox is in the building. And she has a comment. She says, Courtney says somebody is going to next episode. So who y'all got? I think she's trying to say somebody's going to die next episode.
Oh, I forgot about her live. Damn.
Mm-hmm.
I look bad about it.
Miss Talkbot says she got Lorenzo. Tressa C in the building. Happy Tuesday. Mason, I say Everett. Hint, main character. Uh-oh. Hey, good people. Adrian says hope. Man, I can't figure this one out, but we're going to get it straight. Ladies and gentlemen, joining the stream is my big brother Money Mitch when his internet quit playing with him.
Is acting crazy?
All right, we'll come back to him in a minute. We already done got a super sticker, Moochie, from the good people. $2.99 super sticker. We appreciate that. Can we make this liver than last night? Last night we went to 1,100 people. Right now we're already at 135. Can we make it bigger? And in the building, my people, the big homie. You've seen him up here before with his hot takes. That's the homie Money Mitch. Money Mitch, can you hear us?
I can hear you. Is it still acting up?
Nah, you good, bro. You good. We can hear you well. What's up?
All right, cool. How you been? Good to be
good,
back.
Man.
How you doing, Moochie?
Hey.
Hi.
I need some help with these women, Money Mitch. I need some help. I had to call the Avengers.
I got your back. I'm here. I'm ready today.
Look, let me tell you something. Moochie be hitting me with the hammers. Miss K be trying to slit my Achilles. They be hitting me high, they be hitting me low. But I got backup tonight. Oh, yes, I got backup tonight. And so, well, while we waiting for everybody else to get in here, why don't we go ahead and start this thing out? So, Moochie, I'm going to let Money Mitch get his going because he only had
It's moving a little laggy on my end. I might end up jumping on my hotspot. So if I disconnect,
we'll wait for you to come back.
All right.
Okay, you can hear us clear, right?
Yeah, I can hear you great, but it's just like everything is moving. It's moving weird, like from what I'm watching. It's like in slow motion. Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, though, we can hear you loud and clear, and I think you're good to go on our end.
All right, so let's get it. I'm ready.
Let's do it. So, Moochie, I'm going to go with Money Mitch's position first. So the way we're going to handle tonight, my audience, we've already kind of recapped this last episode. So tonight, everybody on my panel is going to take their finer points that they had a bone to pick with, and we're going to break them down, and we're going to let everybody discuss their points of view, and we're going to let Money Mitch go first. But before we do that, here comes my other backup guest, because Mooch, I won't plan with you women tonight. It's the big homie.
Oh, you really got backup on me?
I won't plan with y'all tonight.
Yeah,
y'all getting jumped.
Oh, the jumped. What's up, y'all?
What's going on, B. Avery? How you feeling tonight, my brother?
I'm pretty good, sir. How are you doing, man?
I can't complain, man. I told Mooch I wasn't gonna let these women keep using me as a punching bag.
Yeah. Thank you for having me, man. Hey, Moochie, how you doing?
Hi, how are you?
Pretty good. Happy to be
within under 5 minutes, we've got 200 people watching. I greatly appreciate it. Please subscribe. We all got channels. Check us out. And here's my man Money Mitch. He's back up in the piece as he's getting everything lined up. While Money Mitch is getting lined up, Moochie, you only had one. Oh, there he is. You good to go, Mitch?
Can he hear us?
Can you hear us?
Can you hear us? I don't even think he see us.
No,
Can you hear us?
He froze.
No, he's not frozen. I just saw him blink.
We'll come back to him in a minute, but Moochie had a bone to pick over something we didn't discuss last night.
I want to say, well, we just didn't discuss it, and I wanted to discuss it.
Moochie has a lot of concern about what went down between Drew and Kane in their fight. Ladies and gentlemen. Somebody is in the booth shaking their big head because they mad that I went and got help. I had to get help because my boy beat Avery said, Lamont, I'm not going to keep letting these women do you like this. And in the booth right now, my people, it's the homegirl, Miss K, looking like she about to go to church.
You should have told me.
Yeah, listen. I hear you over here talking about some. We about to get jumped and all that. Please, I'm about to be on my Mortal Kombat, like uppercut. Get over here, finish him. Don't freaking play with me.
I should have had my doggone camouflage on tonight.
Yeah.
Hey guys. Hey Lamont. Hey Moochie. Hey B.
Hey, what's up?
Hey everybody
what's
in the
up?
chat.
Listen, now Miss K, you know. Hey, look. If I really want to protect my neck, I'm gonna go get me one of them turtlenecks Lauren was wearing at Jabbar. But I ain't never scared. Let's do this, man. Let's do this. They came here to hear us get this debate in. Let's do it. So one of Moochie's big points she wanted to go over tonight was the Drew Kane fight. So Moochie, go ahead and start the conversation, then we'll go right on around the list.
I feel like Kane was the antagonizer at first. Mm-hmm. He kept poking the bear. And then when Drew basically told him how stupid he really is, the fight flipped. When he let him know how dumb he really is, that's when it went left.
Moochie, what did he say? He said, "You a dog with a new master." What did he say?
Yes, a dog that has a new master.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think. Did he say guard dog?
Guard dog.
Yeah.
I think so.
He had me thinking about the original Ghostbusters with those evil dogs. All right, you back in here, Money Mitch?
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay. All right, B. Avery, what'd you think about the issue with Drew and Kane having their little beef?
I'm surprised for two main reasons. One, I mean, I think it was inevitable they was going to fight, and I'm kind of glad that they did. I got to give it to Drew, though. I like that he kind of stood his ground and showed some strength, because I would imagine that Kane would just mollywop him, but that wasn't the case, you know. But the thing that surprised me the most was Drew's reaction to the comments, because I didn't really know he cared about Drew that much. I kind of just thought that Drew was just like a, wham bam, thank you, ma'am type. I'm just kind of having fun, you feeling type of space. But it seems that he has a lot of like an emotional connection to him. But what surprised me the most was the reaction from the father, because Lorenzo, because when we were finding out that Drew was gay in the first season, they made Monet, I mean, she didn't really make it a big deal, but it was clear, it was obvious that, it was concerning to her. But Lorenzo didn't respond to that at all. Kane was just like, yeah, Drew's boyfriend over here is a snitch. And Lorenzo didn't say nothing about that, like, are you gay? Maybe he already knew, and I don't know, but he was just more concerned about Drew or Everett being a snitch or not, and not him being gay. So I think that's pretty cool that, he didn't like blow up at him, but like, oh my God, you like boys? That wasn't even an issue. He was just worried about the snitch thing. So it stood out to me that he didn't make a big deal about it.
Okay. Money Mitch, what'd you think about this Drew and Kane fight that was broken up by Daddy Tejada telling Drew, you need to take care of loose ends, brother?
Well, I actually agree with behavior. That stood out to me too. He was real cool with it. It was like he was just like, your little boo, is he good? Is he a loose end? What was going on? Like he was like smooth. But I think I was watching something and I can't remember exactly whose channel it was, but somebody said that this story reminded them of like Cain and Abel. And I think that is gonna be like very interesting to see their dynamic going forward, because it seems like it's a lot of animosity brewing and like between the two, and if one of them were to go, I wouldn't be surprised if it was one of them that pulled the trigger.
Oh yeah, I could see that happening.
And nice to meet you, bro. Nice to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you too, boss.
Yeah. Nice to meet you, brothers. I had to get you for backup because these two right here, Miss K got on her church outfit like she going to say something at the Jabari Memorial. So talk to us, Miss K.
Yeah, she just came for the memorial.
Oh my gosh! Why you don't listen? Don't try to come for me already. All right, Lamont.
Okay. So what's on your mind, Miss K, with the Drew and Kane situation? Because I know you was a big fan of this episode, right?
Actually, up until the last scene, that was pretty much my favorite part. But this episode was good. Not enough for me to be like, oh my gosh, I really loved it. It was just really that last scene that did it for me. But with this scene right here, I was just like, yo, if Kane just goes ahead and just pushes a finger into that bullet hole right there, he could silence him.
Damn, no, you
but
didn't.
He didn't do it.
Well, you just talking about touching him.
No, you didn't. Wow.
And, I thought he was gonna do it. I said, listen, Drew needs to sit down some daggone where, right? Even though I don't care for Kane, but I'm like, bro, you just got shot. You're still healing. And, I just thought that he wasn't going to be able to contend. But, hey, they surprised us in that. I didn't really think nothing much of it. One thing that I did take away from the fight was when Lorenzo came in. That's when I was really like, okay, what is he going to do? Because you see that he's gravitated towards Drew. And I wanted to see if he was going to be fair or play favoritisms. And he didn't. And I was glad to see that.
Right. So it's about time you give my man some credit. You ain't even want to see the man get out of jail. You want him to stay in jail. Now he's out. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm with that. Cool. Good one, Moochie. Like that one, Moochie. Let me shout out the people. Everybody's in the building. We appreciate you. We're at 325 people in 10 minutes. I appreciate you guys. Be sure to subscribe to everybody's channel. Everyone's links is in the video description. And I'm going to give you guys a piece of information real quick as we're going through this. I dropped a video today for my Marvel heads on the origins of Moon Knight. So if you like Marvel and you're watching this video, please go check this video out. I gave the whole backstory, how he becomes Moon Knight, what his suit is made of, the whole thing. And one more piece of information for you guys. You've been asking for this for about 3 years. It's finally going to happen. Me and the homie Mark Dark is linking up January 29th and 30th at noon, both days. One day on his channel, one day on mine. The link up is happening. Make sure you guys come in attendance and listen to us just go off the cuff. We're going to make it real fun.
It's going to be epic.
It's going to be epic.
Can I say something real quick, Lamont?
Of course. Go ahead.
I'm just curious also, since you brought up the Marvel and comic book content, I want to know myself how many people are fans. So if you are a fan of Marvel, DC, or just comic books in general, please right now just hit a 1 in the chat. Hit a 1 in the chat. Hit a 1 in the chat. I'm just curious. So thank you.
Yeah, we nosy brothers. We nosy comic, but we want to know who's in the chat that watch Marvel. And now it's time for the subject matter to switch to my man Money Mitch. Money Mitch had one thing he wanted to cover. He feels like the writing in this last episode was atrocious. It was not waxing poetic.
No, I don't feel that way.
Wait a minute.
I don't feel that way.
I took good. No, you said that the writing was lackluster and the audience was overhyped. I got the receipt. Do I need to pull up the receipts? I got the receipts now.
I never said that, boss. I think you read it wrong.
Okay, well, tell me what you were saying.
Basically, what I was saying was, I think that the narrative of bad writing is taken way too far. Like I feel like we got to a point where people nitpick at like every little thing. It's like, oh, that's that power writing, that's bad writing. It's like I feel like sometimes maybe a character's made a bad decision and that's just part of their journey. You know, sometimes it doesn't always have to go to, well, there's the bad writing. And I feel like it like diminishes some of the great writing that we see in Power and things that a lot of people don't catch.
Oh, good one. So you feel like people have just run with this idea. If it's something that they don't like, they quick to just say, oh, it's bad writing, when probably none of these people watching the show have ever been in the writer's room, know the process to writing, and know how to make these things weave so that it can actually work, make money, and then keep the audience. Is what you're saying.
Right. And Power definitely has its moments, because I'm not here to cape for the writing, and because I definitely see some things in Power and I'm like, all right, that's a little iffy, I don't know. But sometimes I just feel like we drag it a little too much, and every little thing we chalk it up to bad writing. It's like I don't really agree.
Yeah, I can 100% agree to that to some degree, because in all the times you guys have seen me review something, you've never heard the phrase come out of my mouth, bad writing. You might hear me say, I don't like it. I don't like what they did. I don't like this. I don't like that. But you never heard me say bad writing. And the reason is because I understand the delicate dance a writer has to do to retain the audience, but also make it so that these networks will pick them up and it'll make money. I get the delicate dance. And sometimes they do put things in there to placate or troll, so to speak, the audience on purpose, so it can generate buzz. So I can appreciate that, Mitch. And Miss K, you want to expand on what Mitch said?
I think that if you don't, like you said, if you've never, it's not even just about being in a writer's room, but if you're not a writer, then you really shouldn't talk about it. You know, you can talk about inconsistencies and holes, you know, but if you're not really paying attention to the story, and sometimes the writer is trying to convey or even sprinkle little seeds that you should be paying attention to, and if you missed it, that's on you. You can't chalk it up to, oh, it's just bad writing. No, you missed it. You just don't know what you're watching, and you don't know how to properly watch a show or even read a book for that matter.
Oh, wow. Boy, I tell you what, man, you better wake up on
I agree, though.
Right. Go ahead, Moochie. You next.
I feel like a lot of people don't pay attention to the dialogue that is spoken. They don't pay attention to little Easter eggs that are left. Where sometimes sometimes these shows make you want to get your wheels moving to put things together yourself.
Right.
B. Avery, it's on you, and then I might get us in trouble after you finish.
I'm gonna keep it short and sweet and say I echo all three of these lovely people, and so I'm gonna just leave it at that.
Okay, so I'm about to get us in trouble.
That's right, Miss Talkbox. Sometimes you even gotta rewatch, and reread.
Right.
The nail on the head, Miss Talkbox.
So, Money Mitch, I'm about to be racist here. Do you feel like this issue is something more prominent in the African American community and the things we like to watch versus our counterparts, the Anglo-Saxons, and the things they like to watch? Or do you feel that this is a standard across the board for all audiences?
I mean, I think it happens a lot. I think it doesn't matter the race or the type of show that it is, but I feel like I've noticed it a lot with Power. I feel like, because I watch different reactions and see different people's opinions on different shows like Snowfall and things like BMF and all that. But it's like with Power, it's like something about the writing that people just don't like, I guess. Or I don't know. I'm a real big advocate of like people following the crowd. So I feel like when it's a big when it's a popular narrative going around, you don't even have to watch the show. You just be like, man, I don't watch that show because the writing is bad. It's like, have you ever watched did you just see that on Twitter and now you just going with it? You feel me? Like,
right.
So I don't know.
Good one. I like that, Money Mitch. Now you see why we keep this brother around. He got something going on up there, people. We got to have him. Him.
I try to drop some jewels for the people sometimes.
That's right. I appreciate that.
Can I add something else?
Yeah, go for it.
As far as what you're talking about with power, I think there's something common, and a lot of people say this. So I'm not speaking about myself. I'm basically saying what a lot of people have said is that there's a lot of times a common narrative in the power book universe. And it's almost like people expect, okay, well, this is going to happen. We've seen them killing parents, so we know they're going to keep up that theme. So I think it's really all about the reoccurring themes and how it kind of makes people expect, oh, this is going to happen, that's going to happen. If you get what I'm trying to say, so I think that's what it is. I don't think it's really that they're saying it's bad writing. I mean, they are saying it's bad writing, but they just really should mention that you guys keep on repeating the same old thing. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's a different situation as well, because like I get what you're saying. It's like the mirroring of the different universes, like how Braden and Tariq is like Ghost and Tommy, or like or Tariq killed his father. And it's like, I get what you're saying, but it's like it could be just like I was saying earlier about a character's decision, and they'll just chalk it like for example, if we're talking. I think I heard somebody saying it was bad writing because Tariq chose to have the conversation with Braden about how he was gonna set up Sweeney. And it was like, well, why would you have that conversation with him? Why didn't you just do that on your own, take the picture, blackmail him, and then just don't tell Braden about it? That's bad writing. I don't get it. It's like that's a part of the story. Like there's a reason for everything. Like everything is not just bad writing. Like maybe it was a mistake on Tariq's part, but Tariq is not Ghost yet. If he was killing everybody, knew where to hide the bodies, then that'd be bad writing too. Because y'all be like, well, how's he already doing that? He's just a college kid. But then when he makes mistakes, oh, that was a dumb move. That's bad writing. Like, nah, like that don't make sense.
Yep. You got it right. It's up to you to be smart enough to say, okay, well, obviously this kid is doing something because he's inexperienced or he's still young, not it's bad writing.
Right. Just follow the story where it's going. Just follow the story where it's going. Good points, y'all. We had to go canonical studies on y'all for one subject. Appreciate that, Big Mitch. That was a good one. And now I'm gonna swing it over to my brother, my big brother, Brandon Keith Avery. He had two issues he wanted to discuss and get you guys' opinion on, and both of them involve the word trash.
All right. I'm listening.
I kind of regret saying that now, but it's all good.
Oh boy, you got to step up to the mic now, my brother. So the first trash person he wants to talk about is Paula. B. Avery, make your stake on why Paula is trash.
Yeah, man, she just a hypocrite in my opinion. She's over there at the bar trying to act out. I mean, she was looking good, It took me a while to recognize her because she hasn't been there in a while, but she's just sitting there at the bar all high and mighty like she's better than Davis, saying that you don't have an ethical bone in your body, let alone you sleeping with this married man. So who are you to talk? So that was just like, she gonna pour the water on his shoe and stuff. I'm like, you are no better than him. You knew this man was married. He's your coworker, and you still want to smash. And now just because you got your feelings hurt and you feel like he took advantage of you during the prosecution, now you're all, oh, I'm good. And no, it doesn't. No, that doesn't work. You can't just refurbish your stuff like that and act like it didn't happen. It's just that really grinded my gears. So yeah, Paula tripping. She was tripping. She tripping.
Did it piss you off? Did it piss you off when she said put your ring back on?
No, because neither one of them are good people. They're both cheaters and manipulators. Well, he's a manipulator. I won't call him Paula a manipulator, but she's a cheater. So they just she needs to humble herself, a little bit.
Wow, Miss K, what do you want to say about B. Avery's first trash sister?
I think she looked good being trash.
God knows she did. You see the way she walked away, and did you see the way she walked? And he was like, "That's a bad B right there."
Yeah,
even he still was attracted to all of that.
I loved it
in my video.
Yeah, she was killing it.
She spilled the drink. He still was attracted to that.
Yeah, she was killing it with that outfit. Go ahead, girl. If you got to do it like that, you got to be looking good.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Inside could be trash, but the outside got to look like $1 million.
Money Mitch, jump on in here, man. What's your thoughts on Paula?
I think the same thing everybody else think. It's just a funny, cool scene to me. Method Man, he kill it like he always do. And you know, she was looking like a baddie. She handled it like a baddie too. Like she already knew what he was up to.
Yeah. And
everybody
I
knows
think
he's
that
up to apparently.
Right. That walk away she did, I think she put some extra stank on that walk away. Like, bro, you see what you ain't gonna get no more. I think she got it on purpose. Mm-hmm. Go ahead, Moochie. Jump on in there, Moochie.
Like I said, I like the fact that she told him to put his ring back on. I like the fact that she let him know, even if I could testify, you really don't want me saying anything because I'll have him connected to another murder. So, no, this is not a good look. It's not a good look. You need to make a deal. That's what she said.
About Bruce still.
Did she have to pour the water, though?
that was vodka and soda.
Oh, you know, whatever it was. Did she have to do that part?
That was extra.
Miss K, that was petty because she's still mad about the situation with him and his wife. That was petty.
It really was.
You know, and I feel like that was put in there for all the sisters who harbored that kind of anger in their heart. She just let that out for all the sisters that harbored those kind of feelings to a man that, like B. Avery said, you knew he was married.
Yeah.
And did you really think you was going to be able to change him with what you think you got in your pants that's that good? No, they never leave the wife. They never leave the wife. So that was to make those women feel good, Miss K. That's what I think. And now, Miss K, B. Avery got one more trash woman. And I can't wait for him to drop this woman because just to let you know who he about to talk about, Miss K.
Hold on.
Go ahead, B. Avery.
That ain't that's not who I said. But
no,
I was talking about.
I'm picking on Miss K
because
she been giving me a hard time about the person you're gonna say that is involved with Diana.
Why you playing with me?
Yeah, it's Monet. Yeah, Monet. Monet
I kind of thought it was Monet before he freaking dropped cheese.
Yeah. I mean, I applaud her for in episode 6. She was telling Mecca like, "Hey, I think it's best for both of us that we don't see each other no more. That's the best route to go." But then you don't want to let Zeke see his daddy. You don't want Mecca to see his son. I don't care. You're wrong for that, Monet. You wrong for that. I don't care if he was 16. The man, she was like, "You disappeared." He was like, "I was arrested." And so she tripping. I understand you don't want to be in a relationship with him, but you can't keep a man from a child. You can't keep a child from the father. And you can't. And I thought she was like, "Sit the F down, Zeke." I thought, okay, cool. She finna sit down and be like, "I'm your mama." She gonna continue to lie. She gonna continue to lie, talking about your daddy in jail. Man, but she's garbage for that. So yeah.
Lord, like, look, I thought she was about to break it down for him too, because you can see, look at the look on Zeke's face. This boy's a nervous wreck. Yeah. I mean, looking like he done went and robbed the cactus and with that shirt on. The boy is a nervous wreck, man. He wants to know, what the hell does this mean? When somebody pull out a tattoo and then tell you that I got the same issue you got with one size of my foot is bigger than the other one. Those are very, very hard coincidences. And I really thought Monet was going to tell them the truth. But Miss K, jump in there. Are you ready to finally call Monet? Well, you've been said it, but Monet trash?
I don't want to say she's trash, but she's definitely wrong for this. I did not agree. I was disappointed. Like, yes, girl, you about to tell the truth, this and that, and then she gonna lie. And I was like, are you freaking kidding me?
Yeah.
And see, the thing is, I didn't like Monet in the first season, and I actually, I like her now. I feel like she was more trash last season than this season.
Really?
But because now she wants to get out of the game. I feel like she's coming more to her senses. I just thought she was a trash mother to have her kids in the game, But
I agree.
This season she's trying to get out. And I think her come to Jesus moment was when Drew got shot. You know, a lot of things changed. She put a lot of things into perspective after Drew got shot. And, you know, for her to do this, it's the perfect time for you to tell this boy the truth. And you don't. But before I pass the mic, I just want to make a point, and I'm not trying to be devil's advocate. I'm just saying that I think in her mind, she feels that if Zeke knows the truth right now, it's going to sidetrack him. And he's not like, he's going to mess up, and it's going to mess up like his whole thing going to the league. And, you know, right now she's really banking on that whole thing of getting out the game, you know? So I think that's why she's bugging like that. But if she would just talk to Mecca about it and say that instead of, you know, treating the brother like that, then I would respect her more, but she's wrong.
Now, Ms. K, before I give it to Mitch, you made a great point that she's not telling Zeke anything because she's worried it's going to mess with his psyche. And you know, Zeke is kind of fragile. You saw the way Zeke was behaving when him and Professor Addiction had their little breakup, right? You saw how that went down. But at the end of the day, does that not make her more trash? Because it's really not about Zeke. It's still about her. She don't want his psyche to get messed up because it's about her securing the bag that he going to get, and she wants to get her way out the drug game.
Well, so, she's trying to do that for the whole family, though.
Right.
She's trying to take the whole family out of it. But I get what you're saying. Like Mecca said, oh, is that all you care about? That's some type of retirement plan, you know? So he kind of calls out as well, but...
Oh, man. Jump on in that money, Mitch. How trashy is Monet?
He ain't even giving you a choice, huh, Mitch?
I just don't understand why she changed up the story. Like, what was the point of like, oh, I know I said he was dead, but actually he's in jail. Like, I didn't understand that. Like, now you're just making me want to go look him up or something, see if I can find out more. I would have just kept it at he was dead.
Right.
But yeah. But I actually was watching the other day, and I noticed the fellas and the ladies were going back and forth. I kind of agree with both sides, where Moochie had said something as like because she was 16, it was probably like whoever her guardians were that arranged that whole Zeke being the nephew situation. And I could kind of see that. And I guess as parents, they probably didn't want Mecca to know, because once you know, it's like, what, you gonna go along with it? Like, oh yeah, hey, guy who's the nephew of the, now you're gonna be like, nah, that's my son. That's your son too. What they talking about? What the hell's going on here? It's gonna mess everything up. So they probably had that under wraps for a while.
Like they said in the episode when they talked about in canonical studies how people make decisions for people without their consent. You know, it's kind of all ties into the whole story.
Look at you. I'm waiting for your novel to come out, Miss K, because you be up here. I'll be seeing you side eye and stuff.
Oh, I have one. I have one. I have to put it on my community tab so y'all can make a purchase.
Yeah,
it's a mystery novel.
Is it a murder mystery, a love mystery, a romantic mystery? What kind?
A little bit of both, murder and romance.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do we have a Professor Addiction in your story?
No.
Okay. No, I ain't reading it. I'm out.
Oh my goodness.
I'm out. Jump on in there, Moochella. How do you feel about Monet?
I feel like with this, she should have told the truth. I feel like if she would have told Zeke that she had him at 16 and everything was beyond her control, and this is why your mother is really your aunt and I'm your mother. I feel like she should have told the truth. I think she's gonna have all of her children have a bad taste in their mouth about her.
They are. I mean, they are. It's gonna be horrible when this the family's already breaking apart right before our very eyes. We're seeing the breakup of the whole family, and when this hit the fan, good luck with that, man. Good luck with that. All righty, now we're to Miss K. Miss K had two hot topics she wanted to discuss. And the first one, I had plenty of jokes for this one. Talk to us, Miss K, about Drew not really wanting to kill Everett, his lover boy, when he could have killed him.
Yeah.
But, you know, he decided to answer the text messages on his phone. Forget I got a mission to take out a loose end. Talk to us, Miss K.
Okay, so when he was getting out the car, I was like, is he really about to do this? I really couldn't believe it, honestly. So I was actually surprised that he was even attempting to do it. But if I'm trying to get into Drew's head, I guess I would say I would rather do it than getting the news that somebody else did, right?
Okay.
And then maybe he can do it in the best way to where he probably feels like he knows he didn't feel anything or whatever. I'm just trying to get into Drew's head because I'm like, why would he want to freaking do this, right? And honestly, it pulled at my heartstrings because I was like, oh my gosh, this kid is so freaking innocent. He's in love with this boy. I feel like he's in love with Drew. And, you know, he's just trying to go to school. He's trying to make it to the NBA, you know, and he's getting caught up in this stuff and he doesn't even know that he's caught up. And that's the part that I don't like. And so I'm hoping that he does not get killed. But just the fact that they showed this is like, oh gosh, you know, it's one of these freaking innocent people. And I really hate stuff like that. But also one more thing, Drew is over there calling Kane stupid, but yo, it is dark outside. I know he has a mask on and everything, but it looks like it's kind of public-y over here. Like, what are you doing?
Miss K, you see that fence behind him in front of the public library about to kill somebody. Look at that.
Right. I'm like, what are you doing?
So I was reading a book and all of a sudden I saw someone shoot somebody.
Exactly. And then on top of that, his car is parked down the street. So by the time you shoot him, run to the car. Somebody's gonna see you pull off. They're gonna identify the car. All this, like, Drew, stop. Don't call Kane stupid if you're gonna turn around and you was about to do something so I mean, just not thinking at all. But that's what I gotta say.
I like that, Miss K. I like that. You peeped out on all of it. Then on top of that, he's a black man wearing a mask when ain't nobody else wearing a mask. They ain't got no coronavirus going on.
Right. Nobody's wearing masks.
Jump on in there, Money Mitch. What'd you think about Drew's ill-fated attempt to kill Everett?
Well, actually, I don't know if I was thinking too deep into this, but I actually had another viewpoint of this. Right before this scene, like literally right before this scene, was the scene with Tamika and Cooper Saxe, and basically Tamika was telling Saxe about Tariq. We have to find a way to help him or stop him, whatever she said, because if not, he can be just as much of a monster as his father. And then right after she said that, the scene went straight to Drew in the car. And in my mind, I felt like they was connecting the two because Tariq's not the only one with a father that's a monster. You know what I'm saying? Like Lorenzo, what's his name? Yeah, Lorenzo's a monster too. And he's actually grooming Drew right now. And he was about to commit like a monstrous act by killing somebody who he almost, I guess, loves. Yeah. So I thought that was kind of crazy. I had to kind of like give that up to the power of writing, like give it up. Like that was kind of crazy how they just like, you know, talking about Tariq. And not only that, but back to what Miss K said about the theme of the classroom was making decisions. Before she said that about him being a monster, she said Tariq has had a lot of people make bad decisions for him, and that was the theme of the class, making decisions for people. And then it went right into Drew, and I feel like that's basically the whole dynamic of the Tejada family, is them making decisions for their kids, not letting Diana go to school, making Drew be the head when he don't want to, and or stuff like that.
Well said.
Damn, Moochie and B, I don't know how y'all come behind that.
Okay, well, who's next?
I don't know. Yeah, you next, man. That was he weaved that thing. Mitch, where your YouTube channel at, bro? Where your YouTube channel at? We need to get that on deck. Yeah, man. Jump on in there.
I just enjoy watching you guys.
I feel like
appreciate it.
With this whole thing with Drew going to kill Everett, he wanted to do it because after the fight, the last thing Kane said to him, you better do it before somebody else does it. And I feel like he wants to do it because I think he feels like Kane might do it, and Kane might do something gruesome to him.
Like what?
So I remember
like
how
what?
Kane was breaking down them bodies and putting them in barrels and all of that stuff. So maybe he wants to, you know how he wants to take him out easy, like you would, I guess, like a mercy killing.
Yeah.
Like how if you had an animal that was sick and you want to put him down. I hate this. I don't mean that analogy, but a lot of people love their pets like their family members. So I'm saying it like that, and I feel like if Kane does it, it's not gonna be nice.
And then he'll get rid of the body, so there won't be a real funeral. Yeah,
it's like you gonna get rid of him, and he won't see him again.
Yeah.
Wow. Whew. B. Avery, Moochie talking about Kane gonna take a hot poker, kill Everett by shoving that hot poker up his butt. I
ain't say all that now.
Yeah, that's a bit much. I hope not. Cancel my Star subscription.
I don't know how you follow behind that, B. Avery.
Well, what I am gonna say is I definitely agree with Miss K. Drew, what are you doing? It might as well be noon and daytime. With you out here, all these lights and stuff. You don't got your phone on silent. It's just it didn't make any sense to me. I mean, it was a really, really big character shift. I never saw Drew doing this right here. I understand Lorenzo asking him to do it, but I would have liked to see a scene where he was really battling with himself, like, oh my gosh, am I really gonna do this? Or if the scene played out more with him sweating bullets and him shaking, because just earlier they were on the couch together doing their thing when the cop came, and 10 minutes later you finna execute this dude. I was just really shocked by that. Like, what? I didn't see this coming at all. But yeah, a great point though. Also, Mitch, about the fathers grooming their children to be just like them, because Drew, it's just still surprising. Like, Drew was standing up to Monet all season. Like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. She tripping. I'm my own man. But then as soon as daddy gets out of jail, he has a puppet up under, his hand up his butt like a puppet. Mind you, that just happened. That happens across the board with all father-son relationships. I mean, if your dad's been there, that if you come home late, all he has to do is to be standing there quiet across the room, not say nothing, and you're gonna put your head down in shame because you knew you messed up. And that's just the power the father has. But it's still just a shocking character switch up to me that I didn't see coming from him.
Gotcha.
I think if I could say something before we move on, I think that with Drew, I don't feel surprised by him being a killer. I feel like he is a killer, inside. And I think that's it might be the main purpose for the writers, is that they want people to kind of sleep on him. But I've always been seeing since the first season, that he has that in him, especially when he was about to kill Guap, right? And he has that, he has that side to him. So I'm not surprised at him killing anybody. The only thing that I was surprised about was him trying to kill Everett. That was it, and even when I was talking on my channel last night, I was saying the way he killed Kino with ease, no afterthought or anything, would make you think that this is not his first body. But we haven't seen him kill anybody on screen before this. And some people were going back and forth saying, yes, he did. And then some people said, no, he didn't. It was Monet killed that guy, DC Joe or whatever. And then she had, what's the name, Tariq and Drew get rid of the body. And Tariq was the one that shot him, I think, right? And he did that with ease too. Like, it was just, this is just business. I'm taking care of everything, It's the way these kids are brought up at the same time. They have really no remorse when it comes to this kind of stuff.
Desensitized.
Yeah, man. Great. You guys be making some of the best points, man. Shouts out to all y'all. What a debate. By the way, right now, we've got 675 wonderful people watching us. Please be sure to give us a like. We're very grateful to all of you guys. Everybody you see has a link in the description. Go check them out. And for those of you that wanted to know, I did drop my Marvel Moon Knight video earlier today. Check it out. And I will be collabing with Mark Dart, January 29th and 30th. Be sure to tune in for that. And the next subject Miss K wants to cover, I'm going to put this picture up here to shout out another YouTuber, Rudy P. Magic. Now, when it comes to Professor Addiction, I do not like nobody talking about my ex-woman, but me. He has to say the audacity power ghost. Top 10 what the F moments. Check out his YouTube channel. She bodied everybody, but turns her nose up at Tate.
Right. Remember I said that too?
Mm-hmm.
But then we mentioned that she don't like short guys.
Yeah.
He gonna get the draws.
Yeah.
I think Tate gonna get it though.
He gonna get it.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. He gonna get it. And you know what?
This episode.
Exactly. Moochie, he seasoned her like my grandma used to put Lowry's on my damn fried chicken. That's what she did. He seasoned her good fashion. All right, Miss K, which brings me to what Miss K want to talk about, which is the ending scene with Professor Addiction and Method Man. So talk to us about it, Miss K.
Yes, I just loved this whole scene, and I was just like, go ahead, Method Man. Not even go ahead, Davis. I just loved Method Man's acting, like especially when he was doing that counting her bodies. I was like, oh my gosh, that was perfect.
He was like,
yes. I said, oh, I love it. You know, they're just going back and forth about, oh, you know, you got way more bodies than me, blah, blah, blah. Okay, whatever, girl. Just stop. You trying it. You like Lauren even told her, the only threat or danger that I see is you. You know, you the only danger around here. Same thing that Davis told her. And there's like a difference. If you guys remember when he I forgot which episode it was, maybe 2, and he found out that Carrie was involved in something and she was in trouble. He went to her house, to her apartment. He knocked on the door, and you know, she didn't let him in or nothing. And he said, well, if you're here, I'm here to help and everything, right? This time he came on some, oh no, I'm kicking in the door, basically waving the 4-4 almost, right? Verbally. Like he got in that apartment, okay? He was like, you messing with my money? We already know that he's going to get paid whether he loses or not. But Davis, he goes for the win because he knows that just, you know, that's for his reputation. He knows the criminals are going to keep coming to him because that's it. You know what I'm saying? This is what I do. I win. And he's always going to hike up that price. So now she's screwing with his money. And he's like, girl, I'm about to take you down. If you put Lauren on the stand, I am going to rip her apart. And she's like, oh no, you can't tell Tariq because it'll be dangerous. Why are you worried? Look at this. You worried about what's gonna be so dangerous, but yet you tried to pose as her counsel. That was dangerous. Why you care so much now about the danger that she's in? You put her in that danger. Exactly. And she didn't even know it. And then she's over here signing stuff without listen, her parents weren't there. I know these kids are legally grown, but come on now. These kids really don't be knowing what they're doing. And
you know what, Miss K? I hate to pile in on my ex-wife, TV wife, but I'm gonna have to do this. You sat there and you had dinner at her parents' table.
Wow, exactly.
You remember that? Mm-hmm. You sat there and you broke bread at her parents' table. Now you ready to throw this girl life away to save your own skin. You see why I made a good decision in cutting loose this lady? Didn't I make a good decision?
Oh, you made a very good decision. I mean, come on. She got mileage on that hot box.
Hey, mileage ain't never hurt nobody unless they got 3 letters, STD.
She must be a Toyota, a Honda, something like that, because she's still going strong. But one of these days, Alice.
There's another 3-letter word for somebody like her too, Miss K. It's called MVP, most valuable. You finish it. Jump on in there, Money Mitch.
I never heard that one before.
I'm an original, baby.
It's just HOE. That's all. It ain't nothing else.
I like garden tools, Miss K. I plant a garden every spring. I use a hoe every spring.
Baby
Well,
God said, show me the car for that.
She's a weed. She's a freaking weed. She ain't a flower or nothing. She's a straight weed. She's dirt. She's trash. You want to talk about trash B? That's trash.
Packaged
well.
Whoa.
Packaged well. But she's trash.
Yeah, she been trash.
Yeah, she's trash. Somebody needs. I just want somebody to just rock her right in her nose. You know what I'm saying? Right in her mouth.
Miss K. God damn, Miss K. Look, Miss K. Like I said, she's the MVP, most valuable pussy. So at the end of the day, that has value on these streets. Take it, Money Mitch.
Most venereal P.
Say the word. Say her word. MVP. Carrie. MVP. Carrie.
Professor.
We got the man taking drinks over there. We in trouble.
Professor Punana.
Go ahead, Mitch. So you, brother. So you.
I forgot what we even talking about at this.
Sorry. I know.
Okay, so let me keep us on mission. Basically, Miss K enjoyed the scene with Professor MVP and Meth McLean because Meth McLean was able to expose her and her character for what it's not supposed to be. She's running around here pretending like she's the innocent professor, blah, blah, blah. And David just came in there and said she got more bodies than the New England football Patriots. So pick up where you want to go.
She got football numbers. Woo.
That was smooth. He was like, what did she say? She said, you don't have an ethical bone in your body. He was like, well, whose bone haven't you had?
Yeah.
Like, let's get it. Let's get it. He with all the smoke. Yeah.
Damn. Now you see what I'm talking about.
Facts.
I loved it.
Okay, Moochie, it's on you now. What you got?
Well, with this scene, that was the funniest part when he said the thing about when she said you don't have an ethical bone, and he was like, you been connected to everybody in this case, and when he rounded it off, and when he did that, that's when I was laughing. But I feel like she's poking the bear right now, messing with Davis McLean, because he knows how to manipulate people. She better hope that he don't send Kane to her door.
True that.
Because he's so stupid, he'll do anything.
He is. Kane is like so.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Miss K.
No. Kane is so what?
I was about to say Kane is dumb like soap on a hot sidewalk in the summertime in North Carolina. You let him sit out there too long, he's just gonna bait.
Yes. I was just gonna say that she should have a sign on her door that says 1 billion served, like McDonald's.
Oh my
Lord.
Billion served.
Okay,
keep up. He said I lost count, didn't he? She lost count. Sorry, B.
But you know what? Y'all be going so hard at her. I got to step in there and defend her. She did say, at least I ain't doing this married.
Look, I just want you to.
That's the only thing she could
take
say.
off the cape and put it behind you, okay?
There you go. Why you keep coming here?
Take that cape off and put it behind you.
Yes. Why you keep coming here without the cape, though, is what I want to know.
The cape is right there. Don't you see that cape? That's the cape right there. I just ain't got it on.
It need to
cape is right there. You need to see a little more of it. See,
that's the cape. A little bit.
Go ahead, B. Avery. Jump on in there, brother.
Gosh.
I just want to know who gonna smash first, Tate or Davis, because it's inevitable.
Davis already hit that.
Yeah, Davis hit it already.
Davis hit that.
Whoa. Davis hit Milgram?
Yeah.
Off screen, they have history.
I'm tripping. Okay.
Yeah. You find
that
out. You go back to the dinner at
that makes it worse.
Right.
They talked about it.
Are you serious?
Yeah, man. They talked about it, brother. They talked about it.
Dinner at Lauren's house when Lauren, Tariq, and
that's horrible.
Jabari and her was there. They discussed
I want to know what her reaction was when she read the script originally. I sleep with all these people in the show. Like,
right.
Man. Okay.
But see, she had to know when you read a script like that, you're going to polarize a certain amount of the audience that you're going to have people feeling the way Miss K feel. There's a large swath of women that feel the way Miss K feel, which is turbocharging this story of how bad everybody wants something to happen to her. And she might have been like, you know what? Hell, I played in Game of Thrones. They ain't scared to kill nobody on Game of Thrones. I can handle power. I can handle power. That's what she said. That's all. That's all.
I guess
said.
so, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Wow. Lord,
listen,
have mercy.
Shout out to her. I keep forgetting her real name, but shout out to the actress for real.
Her name is Melanie Libbard.
Yes, shout out to her.
You know,
because it's all love for the actress, but for the character, she could kick rocks,
boulders.
It just rolls off your tongue. So
right, he know exactly. I mean, come on.
What's her name again?
I forgot. I have YouTube amnesia. I got YouTube amnesia. So let me give y'all some breaking news. In Courtney Kemp's live tonight, she said that a major character is gonna die. Oh. And I want to ask you guys that, and I want to ask the panel out there who they think is gonna be. And Money Mitch, I'm gonna start with you. A major character this season, yes.
We acted at the same time, Miss K.
Huh?
Yeah, this
acted
season.
at the same time.
Oh,
this season?
So let's just talk about Everett. Everett is not a major character, so he still might die. But Courtney Kemp said a major character is going to kick the bucket. And if I had to put money on it, I'm thinking it could be Lauren. It can either be Lauren or Kane. So that's my guess.
It's Kane.
Yep. So those are my guesses. But Mitch, we'll start with you. Who do you think it could be?
I think either Lauren or maybe Monet.
I
might be dragging it with that one, right?
Let me give you some pointers. I doubt if it's Monet because Courtney Kim also mentioned that Monet's sister is going to be coming to the show in the next season. So
I don't see why.
Yeah. And then I guess they still got that thing with D with Frank's wife lingering over too. You got that storyline.
Yeah.
Probably gonna be
so. Yep. You got that. So Moochie.
Oh my gosh, this is a hard one.
I think it's Lauren. I don't want it to be Lauren, but
I don't want it to be.
I got three to throw in the hat.
I know exactly who it's gonna be.
I got three to throw in the hat.
Look, let me take my notes.
Very white voice. Look.
Yeah, take your notes so we can revisit to see who's right.
Let me take my notes. So Lamont has said, I'm thinking it's either Lauren or Kane. That's me. Okay. Mitch, you said you got who?
I don't know because I just don't want Tariq to lose any of his three in the lineup. I mean, it's just not gonna be the same without the three in the lineup. Like, so I guess Lauren.
But can't you go ahead and say Lauren has already taken herself off his basketball roster? She off.
Nah, they always come back around. You know what I mean? Especially she on the campus and everything. Like, she ain't going nowhere.
Guys, it's so obvious who it is. Like,
okay. So Mitch say he got Lauren. Okay, I'm gonna put Lauren down. Moochie, who you got?
I say it's a toss-up between Lauren, Kane.
I'll pick one.
Say Professor Milgram.
Moochie, you only get two. You only get two, Moochie.
Okay,
you about to say the whole.
Professor Milgram and Lauren.
Okay.
I'll go with that. I don't think they're gonna kill Kane. If they are, I'm shocked. I'm gonna be shocked.
Yeah.
Now I have a theory about Professor Addiction, but you notice I did not say her, and that could be for my own selfish reasons. But B. Avery, give us who you got.
I'm gonna give you who I got. Okay, I'm thinking it has to be a character that's going to impact as many other supporting characters in the show as possible. So I don't think it's going to be Professor Addiction because that is only going to affect the students, and we already had Jabari die, so they're not going to repeat that. It's not going to. I don't think it's going to be Lauren because that's only going to affect Tariq, and again, it will be a repeat of affecting the students at the school. They don't want to do a repeat of that. It's not going to be Kane because don't nobody give a crap about Kane. Everybody feel he's stupid. They probably throw a celebration party if he died. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't have to deal with this crap no more. But I'm pretty confident. It may be Lauren, but I'm not gonna. No, it's not gonna be her. But it's gonna be Deanna. It's gonna be Deanna. It's gonna be Deanna. Diana.
No.
And the reason why is they just let me finish. Hold on, let me finish. Yes. There you go, right there, because they are going out of their way to make us feel sorry for this character. Aww. Because in the last episode, she got choked up by her mom, and then in the preview for this episode, she was talking about you've been lying to us all your life. And Monique was about to snatch her soul out like Doctor Strange from the MCU, but Kane came in there and saved the day. Another thing is we've been wanting her and Tariq to smash this whole time, and they finally did. And so there's 3 episodes in a row where they're getting us emotionally attached to these characters and everybody else. It's going to affect Tariq. It's going to affect the whole Tejada family, and it's going to mess up the whole drug operation. And I think it's going to be the most dramatic impact for all those reasons. So I'm going with Deanna.
Oh, wow.
No.
Be Avery. Be Avery. Be Avery. I got to have a discussion with you, little brother.
Okay.
Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy.
I'm not saying I want it to be her. I don't. I want her to live. I do. I want her and Tariq to be live happily ever after. But Deanna, I didn't even think this until you told me that somebody's going to die. So
me too. I didn't think anything crazy.
Huh?
What'd you say?
I said me too. I didn't think anything crazy for this season. Mm-hmm. Like nobody major, you know.
Mitch want to change his answer. Go ahead, Mitch.
I'm going with Zeke. Zeke got it there.
Okay.
I hope not.
Mitch is the only person that has picked Zeke.
I like that. I like that one too.
I feel like his story is coming to an end. Like why drag it out? Why drag that whole "that's my son" thing out to season 3? Like I don't see what. I mean, I feel like everybody else has like more impact to make it, make this thing fire, have different storylines to spread out. I feel like Zeke is just one narrow storyline. It's just either gonna make him.
I got a question for you, Mitch. If he dies, or if anybody dies, do you think it'll be an accidental death, like the crossfire, or on purpose? And the only reason I asked that is too, because like, what if there's a shootout or something and Lorenzo accidentally kills Zeke by accident because he crosses in the way, and then that's gonna piss Mecca off. Oh, you killed my son, and then he gonna come into the fold with swinging bows. Oh no, I'm just kind of throwing it out there.
Yeah,
but, you got to be thinking.
If I can I say something? It has to be a killing that's gonna spark something, like some more drama. Right, it has to have some type of major effect. Like you were saying, I agree. B, that it can't be somebody like Lauren or Professor Milgram, because it only affects the school. But if it's somebody that like Diana or even Kane or Drew or somebody like that, then it's going to offset some things, right? And if something happens to Zeke, Lorenzo got Monet and Mecca to worry about, and he don't even see Monet coming. That's the only thing with that. Like, he wouldn't even see Monet coming because he doesn't know that's the son. But because I'm just going to be different, I'm going to go with Effie.
Oh.
No.
And
he like a no Jesus, no too. No Jesus.
No.
I'm going to go. And these are not people that I'm saying. Alex. These are not people that I'm saying I want to die. But to be honest, I don't really see Effie. You know what? I have to take that back, because if she died, I don't really see what's that going to do for anybody. Like, she's really nothing special. And let me tell you something. No, she's not. Listen, it's not her. It's not her because Courtney Kemp already said that in the next season we're going to find out more of her backstory. So it's not her.
Okay. It's not her.
Okay. Never mind. All right. So she'll probably be more of a person next season, but she's trash. I don't care what y'all got to say. She's trash. Now, she freaking
how you gonna slide that up in there? They're gonna keep on going.
She's trash. She's selfish. She's out for self and all that stuff. You know how I feel about Effie. But I don't want Diana to go. But A.B., you said she just lost her virginity. It's almost like the scary movies. Once you give it up, you're dead.
Oh man!
Oh my God!
Now that you said that, it's like I put a light bulb in my head.
You're no longer a clean, pure girl.
Right.
But I would probably say it's between Kane, which I really doubt, and Lorenzo. I'm gonna go with Lorenzo.
Okay.
Can I say is he a main character?
I think
yet?
he was a main character. That's why I didn't mention it.
Is he a major character right now? I think he is.
I think so.
Well, I mean, we'll put it on the paper, but I doubt it's Lorenzo. And I want to rebuttal. Carrie and I want to rebuttal Carrie's death, and I want to rebuttal Dad. Y'all was just going, man. Y'all was in it. But first, let me go, Carrie. You guys were mentioning that it would be too weird if Carrie got killed or missing because of what they just happened with Jabari, correct? Mm-hmm. Then why are they bringing a new professor to the campus next season?
Is that a new because she's gonna get fired?
I think she's not gonna get fired. I don't think she's gonna die.
She's gonna be. They setting her up for influence. That's why they keep showing her. I think she's
gonna go with Tate.
I'm not. I have no idea.
Yeah.
And then
the point with Diana, are we seeing the counterintuitive requisition of Ghost and Tariq, where now the mama could possibly kill one of her own versus the child killing the parent? Could we possibly see Monet killing? Like I said, my guess is Kane. That's my guess. Or it could be Diana. But I'm thinking the way the trailer set us up, they want us to think Monet is trying to get at Diana, but nothing's going to happen to Diana. And last point with Diana, we cannot see Diana or Effie die because we got to see that threesome with Ricky.
I think it's going to be Kane. And
I think it's going to be
Kane because they so close to get he's so close to going to jail. If he don't get killed, he's going to be on the run.
But here's the question. Let's just say, for instance, we all was in agreement and we think Kane is going to die. Who's going to kill him? Monet, or will it be Mecca? I could see Mecca doing, because what Mecca need him for now? He's dumb. Mecca know he dumb, and I would love to see a fight between Chef Assassin and Kane, and Chef Assassin just give it to him.
He's going to get annihilated if he fights Chef Assassin.
That's not even fair.
That's not even
Go ahead, jump on in there, Mitch. Jump on in there.
Yeah, I don't think he want to fight Chef. I don't even think he'll get a hit in.
Damn.
That's military training. Like, you see how he swung that knife? Like, he knows some martial arts or something. Like, he's different.
Yeah, he is different.
But when Zeke dies, what's gonna be my prize? Because it's Zeke, man. He up out of there. What's the catch?
I don't like this. I don't like this at all. It's giving me like heartburn. I'm serious.
Oh no.
And check this.
I feel so I'm nervous now. How many episodes do you have, Lamont?
We got 8, 9, and 10.
Okay. So maybe not next week.
No, Courtney Kim said episode 8.
What? No.
It usually be 8 or 9 to be a major death.
Oh,
I'm not ready. Oh my gosh.
Oh, huh?
I said she gave the episode and everything that the character's gonna die in.
I feel like it usually be 8 or 9 on major.
She be trying to make us stay tuned in, don't she?
Yeah.
We're gonna come back.
Now let me put up what Tressa C had to say. Now this would be out of left field.
Oh, that's a good one.
Tressa C says Effie taking out Kane. I can see it.
I said that in my video because she kept asking how close she's gonna be working with him. She didn't keep asking. She asked, how close am I gonna be with him? You know? So I definitely see that. But you know,
and she already has a relationship with Diana, a budding relationship with Diana. And now she's got a blossoming relationship with Tariq. All you got to do is put them all in the bed. Every Reek die.
I hope that happens. Like, it's gonna happen. Because Deanna's gonna go back and tell Effie like we did it because they talked about it at the store. I mean,
Effie gonna probably say, "Well, girl, he ain't yours, but we can share him."
What if Effie tried to team up with Kane? Can y'all see that?
Effie teaming up with Kane?
I can see that.
Listen, it always has to benefit her. It always has to benefit her. So right now, Kane don't have a leg to stand on. He has nothing to really offer her right now. Remember, he just got cut out of the whole thing with Mecca and his father. So he's pretty much on his own. Got to go back to robbing stuff, robbing jewelry stores and everything.
Wow.
But
so
if he were, then she would,
We've got 725 beautiful audience members watching us. Please be sure to subscribe to everybody's channel. Moochie, Miss K, B. Avery, my man Mitch. I got his IG in the link. Check us all out. We're trying to give you guys the hot topics. And I'm going to get us on the off ramp to the very last thing I want to hear from you guys. So we've talked about who we think is going to die in the upcoming episode. The only thing left to find out is at what point in time will the story blow up that Zeke is the oldest of the kids? When is this going to blow up in Monet's face? And B. Avery, I'll start with you. Is it going to be this season or next season?
I think this season, episode 9.
Okay.
Because doesn't always something happen crazy like the episode before the last?
Yeah, it's always something like that. Yeah. Always something like that. Miss K, Knock TV said you fine as fuck. So so since you all that, Miss K, tell us tell us when the baby mama gonna drop the secret that she got another baby daddy.
I don't think she's ever dropping the secret. But Diana been poking around looking. I mean, she ain't really been poking around, but Monet leaving her phone, and then you seeing little texts from D, Dante. And then what's his name came? Zeke came home, and Monet told me to come stay here because some man named Dante came. All Diana got to do is put 2 and 2 together. D's texting Dante. So Dante. I think it's Diana who's the one that's gonna kind of like figure things out. And then the fact that she got yoked up last week, and she was like, "Is there a reason why you don't want Poppy home?" And so she's gonna put all that
That's
together.
Right. That's right. Yeah. And just because it's tradition, I'm gonna play this. Just ain't no reason to play it, but because it's tradition.
You're fucking him because you were too busy fucking Zeke. You're fucking him. You're fucking him. You're fucking him.
That's a new tradition. Wait, do you guys realize that Carrie makes the same face every time she's getting like cold, like kind of cold out on her stuff? She has like this embarrassed smile on her face.
Miss K, the feminism hate that's coming out of your voice tonight toward this woman that has a problem. Ain't your sisters supposed to support each other when you have issues?
I said that she's
trash
has a problem and she looks good on the outside. That's enough. I'm not saying anything else.
Beautiful woman.
I'm being honest. That means I'm being honest about what's going on. She's beautiful, but the inside is trash.
Miss K, I have not one time heard you say Professor Addiction needs to seek help to help her with her problem so that she can be a clean person.
Because she was trying to get help, but then she freaking lost her stupid
I broke
sponsor.
up with her. I kicked it to the curb. Yeah, I kicked it to the curb. Yeah.
That's you were her help?
Yeah. I was the help, right? And then she gave me that same speech y'all talking about. She told Short Man Tate, I don't date niggas under 5'8". I'm doing so. Yeah, that's what she said. And you know what? After Tate finished doing what I started, she gonna be right back. You can always come on home. You can come on home. Mitch, jump on in there. When is the beans gonna get spilled, my brother?
From the way the trailer went, it looked like next episode. Diana was going in on her like you've been lying to us our whole life. I hope you had a good enough reason. So I'm assuming that's what she's talking about. I could be wrong. I kind of want it to be next episode though, because I want the last 2 to kind of be like the after effects of people finding out. So at least we get to see a little bit of fallback instead of waiting. Like now that everybody knows what's gonna happen, I kind of want to see how things are gonna unfold and then leave us on like a cliffhanger type of thing.
I got you. Moochie, where your hammers at, Moochie?
Where my hammers at? Oh God! Look, they should be in the comments though. I think that I feel like they've been showing it all night though, and I really appreciate it. I feel like we are gonna find out. We're getting closer to it next week. Probably by the end, it's gonna be discovered. But I feel like Zeke gave Diana a big clue when they were sitting down talking about this Rick Fox dude trying to say he's my daddy. This Rick Fox dude saying he's my daddy, so I gotta spend the night here and sleep on the couch.
Damn. Okay, and B. Avery, I'm gonna come your way, but AG say B. Avery fine though. Damn. Okay, let me find out. Okay, yeah. Boy, y'all out here trying to make love connect. Let me become the love doctor, Dr. Mott, the love doctor up in this piece. So what you got for us, B. Avery?
I'm sorry, what's the question?
When do you think the ball is going to drop on this big secret Monet been hiding for the last 21, 24 years?
Oh, I thought didn't I say episode 9?
Oh yeah, you started it out. Okay,
you did.
Yeah, you did start it out. Okay, and then we got some love for Money Mitch too. Let's see here, Shakaya. Mitch is handsome. Well, damn, it ain't but one male left. What the hell? I look like chopped liver and shit. You know, I've been told I'm like a steak that you just pulled off the damn grill, and y'all up here ain't gonna say, "Hey, it's all good."
They just try to respect. They just try to respect the marriage.
Yeah, already.
So,
hey, you can respect them. If a man say my wife look good, I say, "Yep." I know.
That's me.
That's what I say. That's what I say. You know. So, wow, man, y'all loving this show, man, and loving these mix of dynamics when we get these panels together, man. You can't beat that. And the people that come out and see us, I greatly appreciate it. Today we hit 750, which was my old record. We went back to that, and I'm very thankful that you guys turned out to see us. And I will give one more piece of information before we get out of here. Just a reminder to what's going on. I'm going to let everybody say what they got going on their channel. End of the month, the link up you guys been waiting for. We're going to do it, finally. Me and Mark Dart linking up. And on Thursday, I will be interviewing Larry. We're going to talk a little power. We're also going to talk about him starting his technology channel, what it takes to get involved in tech, yada, yada, yada. Download my podcast. I put all my live streams up there for you guys to take a look at it. And be sure to go check out my Moon Knight trailer, because me and B. Avery are on a mission to get our comic audience through the roof.
Yes.
Now,
there was a lot of ones earlier.
Think about this. What the hell is YouTube going to be able to do with me and B. Avery? If we can merge you guys with the comic audience, we're going to be sitting on top, and we want you guys to take us there. So having said that, B. Avery, floor is yours. What's going on your channel? His link is in the description.
I appreciate it, my brother. But yeah, I got a few things on my channel. I just recently started watching Euphoria, and so you can check that out. I'm gonna be doing a recap each week. I also did one with Tyra with Struggle Reviews TV. I got my movie news roundup show that I just did this past Sunday. Lamont was on the channel as well. Since we are comic book fans, I reacted to the latest Moon Knight trailer, and I got a recast T'Challa video up, and just also a bunch of movie reviews talking about Peacemaker, and you get all this that you see right here. So link in the description, like Lamont said, and you can also just follow me on social media at Just My Opinion Reviews on Twitter and Instagram. So, DM me, subscribe, and you get all that good stuff right there.
Yeah, and he don't mind y'all going under his comment section and saying he fine as F too, So you can go over there and say stuff like that under his comment section. Miss K, what you got going on your channel?
I'm just gonna be probably putting another theory video out because it's a fan theory, so it's not my own. And I'm gonna just, kind of like put my own little spin on it or add my own little stuff. And that's pretty much that, playing it by ear. You know, just keep that notification bell turned on so you know when I upload more videos. For somebody in the comment, I just want to say something real quick. They said in the chat, is it Drolino or Drolino LLC? They asked if I'm from New Jersey. I'm from Brooklyn, New York, but I live in New Jersey. So, you know, there you go. And who did I give for the answer, Lamont? I mean, for the person that's gonna get killed. I want to change it.
In my non-nicotine hands, you gave an answer of Kane and Lorenzo Tejada.
Okay, can I swap Lorenzo for Monet?
Okay.
Yeah, that's because you guys are saying her sister. Somebody said her sister's supposed to be coming, and you know. And also, let me tell you another reason why I said this is because Mary, like, you never know if she has other things to do. She might be her contract might be running out, or she probably said, I'm only going to do this for 2 seasons, and so she might be being written off. Who knows? I hope not. I
think they're gonna put her in jail. Anything, they not gonna do that.
Okay. Wait. What you say, Mitch?
She's the most expensive on the show. She getting paid like $2.5 million an episode.
I said that to one of my kids. I said if they ever fall on hard times, Mary's the first one to go. They're gonna get rid of her with the quickness.
Damn. Hey man, we're not in a recession right now. I mean,
I know.
We want her coins. And Money Mitch, what you gonna be doing on your IG coming up, brother?
Man, I ain't really doing nothing special. You know what I mean? If you want to follow me, you can hit me up, follow me, slide my DM or something. Give me some power ideas. Maybe next time I'm on the panel, I could throw them out, give you credit for it.
Yeah. So, I like the way he said.
I'm sorry.
It's in the video description.
Okay.
Yep. And last but definitely not the least, the big homie Moochella, who like to see y'all put them hammers up. What you got going on your channel, Moochie?
Okay, well, I got a theory video coming out, and Thursday we are doing hidden gems at 9 p.m. Is it 9 or 10? 10 p.m. on my channel. 10 p.m. Thursday, hidden gems with me, Nita, and Miss K.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a pleasure. I'll be taking Wednesday off, but we'll be back Thursday at 9 just for an hour, and then you guys can transition to Nita, Moochie, and Miss K till that next Sex is Hell video, which will be tomorrow. I think I'm going to talk about either Ozark, Hightown. Definitely going to be a power video. I'll see you then.
Bye.
Peace.